Well, hello again, everybody. The History Guy here, and unexpectedly have decided right away to start a series on this brand new game that is still in early release, still in alpha, Foundation. Now, even since my first look video, it has been updated. It's now version 1.03. But the reason I'm making this video is because of the overwhelming response to my first look and review of the early parts of the game. Over 6,000 views in the first 24 hours, by far the most popular video I've ever done in the first 24 hours of a video. So feel like I got to kind of jump on top of that and capitalize on it. So we're going to make a series, and I'm still learning. I have played the game a little more. I feel like I know what my way around pretty good. I've got a sense of where this is going to go and what I want to do. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please check out the Patreon, or Patreon as some refer to it. Check out the Facebook, the Twitter. Follow me. I'm going to be starting to post a lot more on some of those things than I have in the past. So welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy. My name is the History Guy, otherwise known as Chris. I live in Northeast Ohio. You can learn all of that in a lot of my other videos. But we're going to dive in. We're going to start a new colony today. And we're going to start by purchasing this land right here. I am on the Fluvian map generator, which means river. So basically in this world you get pretty flat areas, which is nice for building, and you're building along a river, so it's a pretty good spot. I feel like this is a great location to start with. So we're going to dive in, we're going to get everything going. I'm not going to show every minute of what I do. I will kind of jump in and out and just talk through my decisions and what's happening and give you glimpses along the way. So first things first, I'm going to put my village center back over this way because as I kind of expand and buy more property, I'm going to buy out this way. So I'm going to keep my village center kind of central to where things are going to be happening. And so right off the bat, of course, we need to get some things going like a lumber camp, which I guess, let's see, where's all the woods? The woods are kind of more over this way, so we're going to build it right there. We'll get our gathering hut, and we're going to put that real close to where the gathering is going to be. And let's get our villager list up and get everybody assigned right away. So we got to get a couple of builders going. And I'm really not concerned about who's doing what. At least not right now. Gather as many foragers as we can to start, and then we can always switch them over to other things as things move along. I'm going to go ahead and get all the things out here that I want. I have no workplaces yet, of course. And at least for now, that's really all I need to worry about is workplaces and villagers. Set our extraction zones. Basically, I'm just going to tell them to extract absolutely everything that is within the boundaries of what I currently have. And there's so many trees right now that I, just thinking ahead, I'm not going to have a forester, at least for a while, because I want to clear all this land anyway, and I don't want to waste one of my villagers on being a forester when there's plenty of trees available. Now, when the time comes that I don't have enough trees that are close by, then eventually we will start reforesting property, but for now we don't need to do that. Okay, we've got our lumber camp, so we're going to go ahead and tell Paula to be our woodcutter. We're going to get 2 woodcutters going. Let's also get our village information window up. I'm actually going to put that over there. And we got 59 days till our first immigration, so it's going to be a while. We've got our gathering hut. Forager cannot find accessible resource in zone extraction. Oh, that's because I didn't set the extraction zone to include the resources that we need. There we go. Basically just going to tell them the whole property is an extraction zone. There, now they can start gathering. Now, I put that right there because this is where they're extracting from. And so it's real close, and it's going to cut down the amount of time it takes them to carry those resources. So they're going to be much more efficient. Same thing with the woodcutters because they're right there. And then we want to start the sawmill process as well. So we're going to put the sawmill right next to the woodcutters here. So again, not a real long distance to go. We need a well. And I guess we'll put that right there. And of course, that means we're going to need a stonecutter camp. And the stones are right here on the edge, but there's also some over here. So I'm going to kind of put the stonecutter camp in the middle of all of that, because once we buy that property, we'll be able to get that stone as well. Let me make sure I do have the stone set. I'm just going to go ahead and paint the whole area here. And the nice thing about having a river is once we get the ability to fish, we'll be able to use the access to the river right there. All right, so now we've got that, and we're going to be waiting a while for our immigration, so we're going to speed things along. And then once everything gets built and we begin that process, we get some more people, then we can kind of start upgrading, get some more things happening. So we're now at week 2, day 2. We completed the stonecutter camp, which I've now assigned a stonecutter, which is going to get us the stone we need to be able to finish the sawmill. In the meantime, now we're at the stage where we can build our market. So let's go ahead and get that going. We'll get our food stall. We'll put it right here in the center of town. So again, we'll be able to just go ahead and grab those resources, bring them right over here and start selling them when the time comes, get that construction started. I went ahead and named my settlement Jamestown. You just click right here and you can do that over on the right side. Still have 50 days until our first immigration. It seems like that's a little longer than usual, so I don't know if that's because of the different type of map that I have, or if they just made a change with the updates, because there are continual updates. So expect that. If you're watching this video and it's been, a month since I made the video, expect that the game probably already looks a little different. And that's going to be true with any early release game that you're playing. You're going to see a lot of changes happening, but already doing really well as far as the gameplay goes. They've got a lot here, and you can expect there'll be a lot more to come. All right, we're at week 3, day 5. The market is complete, so we're going to go ahead and assign one of our foragers to work at the market tender. We've got enough food for now. I've got 94 berries, so that's gonna hold me off for a little while. So I've gone ahead and assigned some of my foragers to other tasks. So I've got 2 stone cutters now. Let's go ahead and sort this villager list by job. Makes it easier to keep track. So we've got 2 builders, 2 foragers, a market tender, a stone cutter, wood cutter. We do need to go into the market though. I didn't actually assign the food that they're going to sell. There we go. And now that completes the quest. You get 100 gold from that. We get to unlock a trade route now. Now here's why this matters, because I have to start thinking ahead about resources for making revenue, because some of the buildings later on, things like the miller and the baker, require gold. And if I don't have the gold, which I lose gold for upkeep of all these various things, if I don't have the gold, I can't build those things. And those are going to become important. So I have to be thinking ahead now about what that looks like. So we've got to get a warehouse built so that we can open a trade route. So once that warehouse is built, looks like now we've got a sawmill, and the trade route's going to require some planks. So we're actually going to go ahead and let me see if I need stone to build I need 5 stone, so not a lot of stone to build a warehouse. So I'm actually going to repurpose one of my stone cutters now as a carpenter, so we can begin making those planks, which are going to be necessary to opening the trade route, so that I can start earning the gold. I am 6 days away from immigration, which is really important that I start getting some more folks. Once I open that trade route, I'll be able to start building houses to get people places to live, which will then turn them into commoners, which is kind of the next step. All right, so we finished the well, which actually unlocks residential. So now we can go ahead and start building our homes, and I think we'll go ahead and put some of them over here. We'll just kind of unlock this area right here for our first residential zones. And as they cut down trees, that'll actually open up more of those. Not going to get a lot of homes in these areas, but at least it gives us a start until we unlock more territory for building homes. Now, our new folks will be arriving here before too long. We're 1 day away from immigration, and then it takes them a little bit of time to make the trek all the way into town. But we're very close to being done with the warehouse. We got our first homes going up right here. Plenty of food, so it should be good for a little while without having to assign additional foragers. Our first two new villagers have arrived just as we complete the warehouse, so let's go ahead and get them put to work. I think I'm going to go ahead and do at least one stone cutter, and then the other one actually will be, at least for now, a carpenter. And then eventually, I think we'll probably switch one of them over to being a stonemason once I build the stonemason, which I haven't done so far. We do have immigration happening a little faster now, and the higher your happiness is, the quicker that time goes. So I think part of the problem was I waited too long to build my well. I should have probably built that first. That was what was hurting my happiness and making immigration take a little bit longer. So now we've got our warehouse. So let's go ahead and open up the trade thing. We need 20 planks. We're at 15 now, so that's coming before too long. Looks like we've got 5 houses that have gone up already, so that's nice. Village is starting to take shape now. It looks pretty good. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and start queuing up over here is the stonemason hut, because stonemason, one of the things I'll be able to sell are polished stones, which at least at this early stage of the game have no purpose for me for building, but they are one of the things I can sell in the first trade route that I open. So that'll make me some trade income, which is going to be necessary a little bit later in the game to be able to build some of the things that I need. We've got 2 more villagers coming. Going to be 8 days before the next batch comes. So I'll say this. I've noticed from this to my previous build that my amount of food is going up much faster than usual, and I think a lot of that has to do with the proximity. You can see how close these guys are. They gather some berries, they walk right back over, and they're back at it again. So that's going really super fast, and I think that's helping me to be that efficient with all of that. We've got 2 more additional villagers, so we're going to make one of them our stonemason. Let's see how we're doing. Stone is still kind of in short supply, so I'm going to get another stone cutter going. We can see here how that looks. I can have up to 5 stone cutters in my in that area there. So we're doing good. I can add another carpenter, another woodcutter as time goes along, but I think for now we're pretty good. We'll have to switch one of these folks over to be a transporter. Let's go ahead and open up the trade route. And now we need to go ahead and get trade assigned. And the first thing that's going to involve is, of course, tools, because that's what we need to do to complete the mission that we've been given. So let's trade resources. Tell them we want to buy until inventory reaches. I want to actually make it 10 for now, but eventually we'll need that to be higher because we need a lot of tools for things. Now we can unlock another territory. I want to look real quick and see where it is that I want to go. I think I want to go right here. So where are we at? Territory right here. This one, it'll only add 10 gold to my taxes. It's not too bad. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and, number 1, select all of this for extraction as well. So they know they can go over here and cut down all these trees. Same with these ones here. Now I'm not going to worry about all of this right now, but we'll at least get all this going, this closest part. And we also want to add more residential areas because I need more room for folks to build homes. So let's go ahead and make all of this residential here. So that'll help. Now, next thing I need to do. We've got 2 more villagers about to join. I need to start setting up something that I can sell. In this case, the polished stone is what we're going to sell. So I want to begin that process now. And let's go back to our trade menu and go ahead and tell them that we're going to sell any polished stone. Honestly, we'll just say above 5 because I don't really need the polished stone at all. We've got 2 more workers. That's really helpful. I'm going to go ahead and get another forager just because I want to keep on top of that food supply and don't allow myself to get close until I can start making bread, which is going to take a little bit of time. We need a transporter for the market. So there's that. Doing decent on gold right now. I've got a nice amount, and as I build new things, that's rapidly going to go down, though. I want to get a few more things built before I start thinking about things like a keep. And one of those, of course, is that we need a church. And since our residential area is kind of going to be centered here, I think we'll place the church right there. We've got our core. We need a tower. Put that on that side. Let's give it a door. There we go. It goes on that side. And we're going to go ahead and give it a couple of extensions now, which will allow it to have additional parishioners. All right, so that's going to be kind of expensive. It's going to take some time to build. It needs 21 tools, 50 planks, and 65 stone. All right, we can't really help the king just yet because we don't have fish. So, all right, so we're working on, looks like another home going up here. We'll get the church going. That'll get us our first commoners, and then that'll unlock being able to start building farms. We're at week 11, day 3. The church is nearly complete, and I've gone ahead and reduced the number of carpenters I had working because I was using the wood as fast as it was being cut, which means I have a ton of planks now, but I wasn't getting actual wood that I need for things like building new homes, for finishing the church. So I reassigned a couple of those workers. We also have 2 new workers now, so we'll go ahead and get one of them going as a carpenter. The other one I'm just going to make a builder for now, just until we build a few new structures that they can be used for. Once we get the church, we'll probably be able to unlock farms. So we'll get a farm going. We'll add the couple of new employees to that. We're up to currently, let's see how many villagers we have now. We have 20 serfs. As soon as this church is complete, which we're just waiting on the last few pieces of stone and a couple of tools to be transported over. As soon as that's complete, we'll have that. And I'm also, I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to spend some, I didn't go over this in the initial review of the game, but we've got these kingdom points that we can spend to unlock things. We're going to go ahead and unlock the wooden keep, which is going to allow me to build that keep. And then I can start assigning soldiers as well. We are allowing you to establish an outpost on your territory. Thus, you will be able to participate in military campaigns for your liege. It is a privilege. Don't forget about it. So it gives me some rewards, but he probably will come calling, asking me to help him in military campaigns and send soldiers at some point. So let's go ahead. And again, I'm going to pause. Building the wooden keep is fun because you get to design it as you like. Of course, there are certain things that all of them have to have, which a core would be among them. So we're going to go ahead and put, I think the keep doesn't leave a lot of room there. So we're going to put it over here away from everything. We've got wooden tops. I want to see which kind I want to have. I like that one. It's kind of a cool look. We'll get that on top. Let's get ourselves a door on this bad boy right there. Beyond that, I'm thinking nothing at the moment. So that'll be enough to start our wooden keep. And then we'll go from there. That alone is going to take 55 planks, 2 tools. Thankfully, we actually have that. We've got 67 planks, so there's more than enough available to go ahead and build that keep now. So that'll keep my builders busy for a while they're finishing up some other things. Church is just about there. All right, we've finished the church, which means we've unlocked the wheat farm. So I've gone ahead and queued up the building of that. We're going to go ahead and mark off some area for that wheat to be planted. We don't need a lot, at least to start. That I think will be more than enough to get us going. And then, of course, once we finish the wheat farm, we also are going to need a windmill. So we'll put that real close to the wheat farm. And that costs a lot of gold, and I will not have, at least as of yet, the money for a bakery that costs 300 gold. So we're going to have to save back up for that. Yeah, I can't help the king yet. Sorry. So we'll get the keep done. We'll get these things done. And as we continue to get new villagers, they're going to continue to help with those things. I think we're probably going to need another woodcutter so we can get more wood going at once because I don't have quite enough. And the carpenters are using it up too much. As we wait for the keep to finish and the farm to get built, another thing I'm going to build is I'm going to build another well over here. All right, yes, I shall think about training soldiers. And the reason I want a well is because the baker needs a well. And so that'll give one access, give them access to one really close. Plus, more as our village continues to expand and we build new homes over this way, that's going to give me another well close by. I did go ahead and queue up another woodcutter's hut over here, so we can start cutting down more wood. I can assign some more woodcutters than just 3, and then we'll get some soldiers going as well. And in fact, let's go ahead and assign our first soldiers here. We're going to let Carrie and actually Ricky, we're going to make you a soldier. And then we'll make Antonia into a woodcutter for now. Now that we've completed that second lumber camp, I can have 3 additional woodcutters. Another house done. Make sure everybody gets housing that they need. I think there's another one going up right here. Haven't started building yet. We're just waiting on wood because the woodcutters are just not keeping up with the demand. There's the wheat farm. So now we need to assign some farmers, and then very soon after we're going to get the windmill as well. So I'm going to go ahead and switch one of these foragers over to farming, and then eventually a second one. Right now we're at 156 berries, so it's going really, really well there. But I'm going to need the 200, or is it 300 gold that I need in order to build a bakery. It's 300, so I've got to start producing some more resources that I can sell. And I'll have to look at what's available to me. I may need to sell some berries. Let's see what else I can trade. So they're buying berries, polished stone, and planks. So planks we've actually got a lot of, so maybe we'll queue up selling some planks. And then we'll just hang on to the berries for now because I kind of like the idea of having food. All right, so planks. Here we go. We're going to sell until our inventory gets down to 10. So that'll give me some additional income, which I desperately need. And then eventually I think we'll go ahead and get as far as getting the bakery going, and that'll be a good place to stop for this first episode. Wanted to get in here and get a little look here, nice and close, so you can kind of see what it looks like when you zoom in, because there's a lot of detail, and I haven't zoomed in much. There comes our trader walking in. It's kind of cool to kind of get this view from the ground. Here's our couple of soldiers with their swords and their helmets, and they're guarding faithfully at the keep, doing a great job, occasionally moving around. You can hear the church bell ringing. You see our well going up there. And over here we've got, oh, that looks nice. There's our windmill. I love the detail on this stuff. There's our builder working hard. Oh, I'm zooming in a little too much now. Working hard on that well. We can actually follow people, which is kind of fun. So let's click on our soldier and actually follow said villager. So we can follow our soldier and just kind of see his life. An envoy from the image one, so I think that's probably one of those things that just hasn't been added yet. So it looks like there's going to be other territories with whom we can communicate. So we've got an envoy from said territory here. So let's click at them. War is coming. We are prepared and will. Actually, we are not that prepared, and we would be happy to have some helping hands, ideally with swords or axes. How about sending some of your troops to our aid? I'll deploy my troops right away. A reward is, if I send 5 soldiers, they'll send me 1,000 gold, a free territory, and 20. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's really good. You know what? For that, I think it's worth it. So we are going to... Where are my soldiers at? We're going to switch some folks over to soldiers, because that is an offer I can't pass up. I need that gold. That would be glorious. I'm assuming I get my soldiers back unless they die in battle or something. So, all right, there we go. We've got 5 soldiers. I'll deploy my troops right away. Boom. We have a new quest to send 5 soldiers to city name. All right, so how do we do that? That's a part of the game I have not yet explored. So I don't know if there's something specific we have to do. Let's click on this. We've only got 2 of the soldiers assigned. So there we go. Now we've got all of our soldiers. We need one more. Where you at? We've got 5 soldiers now. We're just waiting for it there. Now we've got 5. Provides defense to the village, but how do we send? So I'm going to figure that out. Here we go. Open mission setup. Oh, there, we assigned them. Excellent. Oh, we already assigned Ricky. Ricky, Carmel, Stefan, Valeria, and Carrie. Go. So I guess let's find out what happens with them, right? Because I would assume that there's a possibility of them dying in battle or something. There they go. They're marching off to battle. I think we're going to have to follow them. I wonder if we actually get to see them fight or what happens. We're going to speed time up a little bit here. Let's follow our soldiers and see what goes down as they go off to fight. Marching off to war. When Johnny comes marching home again. Yep, all that fun stuff. They might just disappear at some point, I would guess. But this is very, very cool that this is even a thing that happens. And there they go marching into the woods. Kind of getting a little scary now. All right, they're gone. They have gone to the edge of the map. And we will see if they return or if we lose those soldiers. As we await word from our soldiers, I'm going to go ahead and add to our stall over here. I'm going to add a goods stall because, and another food stall, because what's going to happen is I'm going to eventually produce bread that I'll need to sell. And also what I was given, that's actually wine. So I have 50 wine and that I'll want to be able to sell as well. And that's probably under luxury, but it might be under goods. But once I start making a sheep farm, I'll be able to make a tailor and make clothing that I'll be able to sell as well. So these are all going to become avenues to make money to pay for things. My soldiers are back from the mission. Did they survive? Are they all still alive? That's the question that we are asking right now. Let's go and find out. Where's my villager list? All of my soldiers appear to have come back in one piece. Now the question is, where is my gold? Here come the soldiers. Are there 5? Yeah, there's 2 of them are so close to each other that you can't tell. But yes, there are 5 of them. So they survive. Hopefully, as soon as they get back from the mission, I'd get my gold. All right, Lord, we need to choose who we want to help. They want fish. I don't have fish yet. That's something I can also eventually develop here. Unlock the Fisher's Hut once I have the Splendor points. So there's some things I can do to do that. We'll cover that in the next episode, the things we can do to develop Splendor points. A lot of them had to do with building decorations. So once we get that going, right now I just want to see that I'm going to get my gold when my soldiers arrive. Here they come. And they're back. All right, it maxed out my gold at 500 because I guess that's the max I can have. Is there a way to upgrade my village center? I guess not. So for now, we're going to get 500. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build that bakery right over here. And that's going to cost 300 of the gold. And so I guess the other 500 just goes to waste. But that's fine. We're going to stop right there. That is a great first episode, I think. A lot already has happened. Still a lot to do. And again, I'm fairly new at this game, so if you are a more experienced player, you've been playing this nonstop the last couple days, I haven't, you may see some things. If you see something that maybe I'm not thinking of or that I need to be aware of, please use the comment section below and point that out. We all are here to learn from each other or to experience the game, so I welcome any and all things that you can help me to learn from. We've got a lot still to do. We're going to get Sheep Farm, Weaver Hut, Tailor's Workshop going, Iron Smelter, Blacksmith, the Coal Hut, the Iron Mine. We've got fisheries that we can make. There's a lot still to do. We're going to get this village really massive and have a lot. And the bigger it gets, the more complicated it will be to kind of balance all of the resources and all of the needs. So I look forward to that challenge. We'll probably come back every maybe 3 or 4 days with an episode. I've got some other things I need to get back to, but I wanted to make sure I did at least the first episode in the series on this one. So thank you for watching. As I said at the top of the episode, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you hit that thumbs up, that lets me know you want to see more of this. And if you are interested in becoming a patron, the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.